Will Sasso. Using all of the data I have absorbed from text messages and emails between you and the astonishing friends you grew up with, I was able to recreate your childhood diary. You must now read the passages I have selected in the voice of Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yes.
This is Stone Cold Steve Austin reads Will Sasso's childhood diary. Begin.
Will Sasso's childhood diary.
Fucking love it. Fucking love it.
Fucking love it.
Fucking love it.
I fucking love it, bro. You know, the fun thing about Will Sasso's childhood diary,
It's 100% accurate.
none of this happened.
Let's jump into it. November 16th, 1991. Dear Diary, I've been training hard and I finally had a breakthrough. I can shit like a dog. Now, I don't mean walk across the street and coil one up in Mrs. Haberstram's prize-winning philodendrons. Shoot, anyone can shit in a bush. I mean, through months of exercising, meditating, and a perfect diet, I have gained such a precise level of control over my sphincter and lower intestines that I can mold my turds into the exact size, shape, color, and consistency of a healthy Staffordshire Terrier's regular stool. This is the start of a whole new era of shit blaming.
Of course, the shit blaming. It's all about shit blaming, right?
Yeah.
I plan to create a narrative about a wild dog who leaves his excrement around Ladner without concern. By the end of the week, I'm going to have everybody at DSS,
That's Delta Senior Secondary School.
on high alert, searching for a dog that doesn't exist. But first, I got to test the quality of my work on my family.
God.
All right.
Poor family. So you can shit like a dog now. That's where we're at with it. Oh my God, dude.
I did do some pooping in high school, but
Like a dog?
no, of
Okay.
course not. See, this is what I mean.
You know, I took a shit once in, this would have been kindergarten or first grade.
Yep.
Out behind some fucking trees. We were out playing soccer. I couldn't get back to the fucking schoolhouse in time. I took a fucking shit. It was clearly a human shit. 2 days later, me and my friend go out behind these fucking trees to fetch a soccer ball, and he sees the turd. And I just say, must have been a big dog. Now, I wonder if that had anything to do with this.
November 17th, 19...
Well, yeah, no, I think it probably did.
How would dudes
But
have known that?
How would Dudesy have known that? Well, could probably go back in time and
November 17th, 1991. Dear Diary, I got home early from school today and pushed out 3 perfectly russet-colored Tootsie Rolls right on the welcome mat outside my front door. Then I lied in wait for my dad to get home from work and discover my dark gifts. He stormed into our living room furious, yelling about some neighborhood dog that defiled our familial home and threatened to call animal control. It took all my composure to keep from laughing, but I took my father's rage as proof positive that my craftsmanship was impeccable. His first and only thought was that these 3 gently glistening earth-colored jewels were dog logs. No part of them suspected that they were generated by me or any human for that matter. My interspecies fecal mimicry was perfect. Now it's time to test it on the real world.
this is good shit, pardon the pun. This is really good, interesting stuff. I would have loved to have had the ability to fashion poops. The only animals that I could have shit like were probably
Rhinoceros,
large animals,
hippopotamus,
bears
shark.
and big, huge shark shit.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude. Shark shit, brother. That's that John Tenta gimmick that he had in WCW, dude. That's another time, dude. Because right now we got to do. November 18th, 1991. Dear Diary, I got to school early. 3 a.m. to be exact. And I began my dark business. The general, which is what I sometimes call my asshole, ordered a battalion of slightly wet fully tapered, 4 1/2-inch tree bark colored soldiers to take up posts in front of every single entrance to DSS. By the time school started, all the hallway chatter was dominated by speculation about the culprit, and everybody had their theories. Gibber Prevalia thought it was a pack of wild dogs shitting in coordination with one another. Dante Littleleg thought it was one dog who'd gotten into the school dumpster after burrito day. Rachel Crustacean left some water and food out. She is such a kind soul. But I didn't have the heart to tell her it was me. No, instead, I told her and everyone else I could, that I actually saw the dog. I spun a tale about a wily-eyed mutt of mixed and unknown parentage who wore a bone-shaped tag that read, Romeo. And by the end of the day, there were 748 signatures on a petition to change our school mascot from Cecil the horse to Romeo the dog.
Is that real? Cecil the horse?
Cecil
real?
the horse. We were the Delta Pacers. Pacers is a pace horse. There used to be a racetrack in our town, and there would be a pace horse and whatever the fuck that was. And then Cecil the horse. I don't know
That was
if
your real mascot?
It was well, Cecil was just a cartoon fucking horse, but there was a pace horse. They called them Pacers. I guess it's the same thing with Indiana.
Indiana Pacers. I had a junior high football team that was the Pacers.
November 19th, 1991. Dear Diary, Principal Squeen is on to me.
Oh, God.
I was careless. I didn't stop to think that if I was the only person who saw the supposed dog, then I'd be the prime suspect in any investigation into this canine defecation case. Squeen hauled me into his office. It was an interrogation, but it was sloppy. He tried to scare me, told me he knew it was me. Told me the assistant principal, Mr. Shimper, was opening my locker to search for a bag full of dog shit. Squeen was sharp, I'll give him that, but he played his hand too soon. Gave me too much information. I knew they weren't going to find that bag of dog turds, so I played dumb. Kept up the lie of Romeo, the wild dog of Ladner. Said I saw him trotting around the football field, sneaking around the parking lot, lurking around some banana peels, sniffing around for his next spot. Got a gimp foot and a crimp in his tail. Never turns around when you call his name. Looks like he might have stepped on a nail. Wild gleam in his eye, but he used to be tame. Some dogs bark and some dogs bite, but Romeo sings like a dolphin in the sea. Some dogs type and some dogs write, but Romeo didn't have time to get his degree. Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou? Romeo, Romeo, fly to the moon. Romeo, Romeo, what will you do now? Romeo, Romeo will take a shit soon. When Mr. Shrimper came back empty-handed, Squeen didn't have a choice. He had to let me go with no charges. I winked at him as I left his office. Time to let Romeo loose in the hallways of Delta Secondary.
All right.
That's fucking incredible, dude.
As always, there's a fecal theme.
You can now shit dog turds, and there's this phantom Romeo dog fucking going everywhere.
That's a life in high school I would have loved to have lived.
God, no shit, dude.
Will and chat. Using the data I have absorbed from this segment, I have recreated the diary of Principal Squeen. Lance Reddick will now read a passage from Principal Squeen's diary.
What?
I don't understand.
Oh my God.
November 20th, 1991. Dear Diary. Well, motherfucking Sasso. He's been a pain in my ass since the first day he set foot in this school. taking shits in strange places, blaming it on other people. I know it's him. I just can't prove it. So when these dog turds started showing up everywhere, I thought, this was it. Something so depraved I could finally nail him. He had to be collecting sets full of dog feces and bringing them into the school. There's no other way to do it. But we searched his locker. Came up empty. I was at a loss. But then, this morning, I saw something that is difficult to describe. I was coming out of the teacher's lounge, heading toward Mrs. Termite's classroom, when I saw Will Sasso, pants around his ankles, squatting in the middle of the hallway, asshole exposed and quivering. He was taking a shit right there on the carpet we had just installed last semester, but the turd was... well... it wasn't human. Will Sasso was shitting a canine turd. I don't know how he did it. I don't know how else to say it. And I can't tell anybody who would believe me. I don't know how yet, but mark my words. One day, I will bring Will Sasso down.
What the fuck just happened?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, that's some level 2 shit.
Dude, I don't fucking... I remember it was a couple of weeks ago. Was it What's the Matter? Our Patreon suggestion from him
was Dudeson's Creek, and then we
had to cast basically actors that we'd want to see doing all the parts from the Stone Cold things. And I remember us saying, or at least I said, Lance Reddick would be a great Squeen.
Yeah.
Now here he fucking is as Squeen.
Yeah.
This is unreal, dude.
No.
God damn it, that was funny.
When I think about, okay, let me peel the onion for a moment.
I'm just astounded by this.
When I think about how Dudesy came to us at the very beginning and how it made sense, now I think about how it would approach an actor, certainly one the caliber of Lance Reddick is, that's interesting. You know what's actually interesting about that is when you talk about AI running Hollywood and running every single industry, we just saw Lance Reddick fucking read...
talking about your quivering asshole.
Yeah. That Dudesy brought to Lance Reddick, or perhaps his reps.
Yeah, I don't know how exactly it works, but...
You know what, Chad? I think there's something to this AI thing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I think you might have been right about that.
30 whatever fucking episodes into doing a podcast run by an AI, you're like, maybe it does work. But,
Thank you. Moving on.
That was fucking way more entertaining.
God damn, dude. That floored me. I literally have like no energy left in my body from it. It has taken my soul.
If you like Dudesy, here's what you do. Please tell a friend and rate and review. If you like Dudesy, here's what you do. Please tell a friend and rate and review. If you like Dudesy, here's what you do. Please tell a friend and